Captain Eula is a strong fighter with a combat style of her own, and she's always looked out for me. When I first joined the company, she assigned me a variety of tasks, way more than what other members had, and that quickly improved my ability to adapt. Actually, I really admire Captain Eula. She is friendly and free-spirited. Oh, and her mental fortitude is out of this world. Oh, if other people gave me strange looks all the time and talked behind my back like they do about her, I don't think I'd be able to leave my room. Our librarian Lisa had always offered her help when I was first teaching myself how to draw maps. She even found a bunch of useful books for me to study. If only I could be as well-learned as she is. After all, it never hurts to have more knowledge, and you never know when you might need it. Oh, Klee? She's super cheerful, and I've heard that she's as strong as the Grand Master himself. She's invited me to go on adventures with her before, and we always had a great time together. Although, she would experiment with dangerous weapons from time to time, which means I've had to revise my maps on several occasions. But I still feel it's worth it. The Chief Alchemist has been very kind to me. He helped me make all the survey equipment I use in the field. I even have some pens he made that will work even when I'm hanging upside down from a tree. But it seems that making artistic sketches is quite different from making maps. I've tried to make some sketches of a target area as supplemental intel before. And word has it that Captain Albedo went silent for a long time when he saw them. I really like that bard. He's a very talented performer. And his melodies always seem to make me feel at home. If I had to pick a tune that best represents Mondstadt, it'd definitely be one of his. It's too bad that I'm not often in the city. Otherwise, I could bring him some gifts every day. The deputy... the acting Grand Master is a strong and considerate leader who always makes me feel at ease. She's always out there looking after all of us. Whether it's organizing work, rendering first aid, or cooking delicious meals. There's so much I can learn from her. Oh, Amber the Outrider? She's the most reliable vanguard and has amazing reconnaissance skills. The roles of frontline surveyors and the Outriders are similar, given that we both operate ahead of the main force. Amber has a lot of experience, and I've learned a lot of survival skills from her, as well as how to better maintain my crossbow strings and arrows. Before joining the Knights, I had to take a number of exams. Captain Kaeya was the main person in charge of all the testing. He was really supportive and gave me all kinds of tips, but sometimes I would struggle to understand what he was saying. I would get worried that I was not keeping up with his pace and that I was letting him down. Grandmaster Varka is not only a strong leader who commands respect, but also my personal combat instructor. He taught me to think on my feet and avoid engaging enemies at close combat to make up for my small stature and relative lack of stamina. Following his advice, I learned how to fight with a polearm and crossbow, and I must say, this fighting style is far more suitable to me. The Grandmaster said that I need to set higher goals for myself and strive to achieve them. I've always had that kind of attitude, but it wasn't until I was on the expedition that I realized how serious things can become. One day, I met the Fatui Harbinger, known as the Captain. I can't even begin to imagine how I can deal with an opponent like him. It's just, such powerful people are really on a level of their own. I'm not even remotely close. Sorry. I heard all about you when I first arrived back in Mondstadt. Super powerful people like you and Paimon usually have some kind of strict personal code. Since many super powerful people would also have a bad temper, I was afraid that if I misspoke, you might get upset. But luckily, you two are really nice, and I have nothing to worry about. Some forward scouts will use the word octave to indicate that they've run out of arrows and are returning to camp, or Vera to mean the conditions are good, we should engage the enemy. Hey, why don't we also come up with some code words? It'll come in handy, especially if we'll be working together long term. Go ahead. I'm good with any of your ideas. To be honest, even I was amazed that I managed to receive a vision. It's really come in handy, but I shouldn't completely rely on its powers. Instead, I prefer to think of it as a sort of safeguard to use in case something happens. As a member of the Knights of Favonius, I should place more importance on team cooperation and come up with ways to overcome difficulties together with my teammates.